While the other animals are working, the pigs receive special training in a secluded area of the farm. One evening, the other animals are returning from the fields when they witness an astonishing transformation. A pig was walking on his hind legs. Squealer was strolling, a little awkwardly, across the yard. A moment later, more pigs came out from the door of the farmhouse. They were all walking on their hind legs. Finally, there was a tremendous baying of dogs. Out came Napoleon himself, majestically upright, casting haughty glances from side to side. The dogs danced round him. He carried a whip in his trotter. Huddling together, the animals watched the long line of pigs march slowly round the yard. Just at that moment, all the sheep burst out into a tremendous bleating.
4 legs good, 2 legs better.
It went on for 5 minutes without stopping. By then, the pigs had marched back into the farmhouse. Benjamin felt a nose nuzzling at his shoulder. He looked round. It was Clover. Without saying anything, she led him round to the end of the big barn where the 7 commandments were written. For a minute or two, they stood gazing at the wall with its white lettering. "My sight is failing," she said finally. "But that wall looks different. Are the commandments the same as they used to be, Benjamin?" Benjamin read out to her what was written on the wall. There was now just a single commandment. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. After that, it did not seem strange when the next day the pigs carried whips in their trotters. It did not seem strange to learn that the pigs were arranging to install a telephone, or when Napoleon was seen strolling around with a pipe in his mouth, wearing Mr. Jones's black coat and leather leggings. One evening, human guests arrived from Foxwood Farm. Soon, loud laughter and bursts of singing came from the farmhouse. Clover led the animals into the farmhouse garden, and they tiptoed up to the house. Those that were tall enough peered in at the dining room window. Around the long table sat the farmers and the pigs. A game of cards had paused in order to drink a toast. A large jug of beer was circulating. Mr. Pilkington stood up, his mug in his hand. "Gentlemen, I give you a toast," he said, "to the prosperity of Animal Farm." There was enthusiastic cheering and stamping of feet. Napoleon left his place and came round the table to clink his mug against Mr. Pilkington's before emptying it. When the cheering had died down, Napoleon spoke. "I have an announcement," he said. "From today, this farm will be again known as the Manor Farm. Gentlemen, here is my toast to the prosperity of the Manor Farm." As the animals outside gazed at the scene, it seemed to them that some strange thing was happening. What was it that had altered in the faces of the pigs? Clover's old dim eyes flitted from one face to another. Some of them had 5 chins, some had 4, some had 3. But what was it that seemed to be melting and changing? The applause came to an end. The card game that had been interrupted restarted. The animals began creeping silently away. Suddenly, the sound of loud voices came from the farmhouse. They rushed back and looked through the window again. A violent quarrel was in progress. 12 voices were shouting in anger, and they were all alike. The creatures outside looked from pig to man, and from man to pig, and from pig to man again, but already it was impossible to say which was which.